and you have a choice that you can make to be with anybody that you want to be with. But my question is, what kind of godliness is that person displaying? So many a times when I talk to people about their past, and I talk to people about previous relationships that failed, and particularly marriages, and one thing that I think that is overwhelmingly clear is that when people end up getting divorced, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, one person was overly spiritual more so than the other person, and then they go back and say, well, this person wouldn't come to church, this person just wouldn't live right behind closed doors, this person was not the person that they portrayed themselves to be publicly. And I always ask those people one question. Here it is. I want you to get this. It's bless your life. Was that person demonstrating the kind of behavior that you would want your spouse to demonstrate before you got married? Okay. Because if that person did not demonstrate godly behavior before you married them, Sister Jones, you praying for me? What makes you think that they are going to demonstrate that kind of behavior after you marry them? I know. We want to see the best in everybody. We want to believe that persons have the ability to change positively for the better, and that's true. And there are relationships that started off where one person was unspiritual but end up becoming spiritual. And to take matters to even elongate that, I've even seen relationships where the person was in the church and the person that they married was not a member of the church, but the person who they married end up becoming a member of the church and being more spiritual than the person that ushered them into the church. I've seen that happen, but that is the exception, not the norm. So when you get married, you have to say, can I live the rest of my life with a level of emotional behavior that this person is displaying right now if it never gets any better? Can I spend the rest of my life with this person with their current level of morality? Can I spend the rest of my life with this person based on the amount of spirituality that they have right now? Because I'm telling you, where people make so many mistakes, and we all human here, I'm not blaming anybody. I just don't want somebody that's watching right now to fall into the same trap that so many other people have fallen into, which is a hole and a trap that they could not get themselves out of it outside of a divorce. So can this person be to you right now what you want them to be if they never changed? Because you can't go and do a bait and switch and say, well, they didn't become spiritual the way I wanted. Well, they were never spiritual before you married them. So when you married them, you should have picked wisely and picked a person who had the kind of spirituality that you wanted the person that you were going to be married to have before you said yes and went to the altar. Amen, somebody, when you can. Go ahead and type in right now. You just picked wrong. Go ahead. You just picked wrong. Just type that in right now. You picked wrong. God didn't do it. Your parents didn't do it. It wasn't a shotgun wedding. You just picked wrong. And when you pick wrong, then your whole marriage could be an incline, an uphill battle.